Hi, welcome. Today I'm gonna talk about an archetype that I'm super legit excited about. And this archetype is Abyss Actors. An archetype that I kinda didn't notice. It kinda flew under my radar, which I think is really weird because in the anime, Savatari is actually playing this deck. And he also played Yusenyu, another deck that I played. But it kind of flew under my radar because he's not a main character and he hasn't played a duel in a while. Like, he hasn't dueled in the anime for some time now. So this deck kind of flew under my radar. And this weekend, Abyss Actor Twinkle Littlestar, best name ever by the way, cute, adorable, she was announced. She's gonna come out in a different set from the rest of the cards, which is gonna be kind of sad because you have to wait for her to be released together and stuff like that. But she made me excited about Abyss Actors. So I started looking into Abyss Actors to see what the whole archetype was about. Because, she's just one card. And I wanted to see what the other cards were doing. If they were any good. If they were any playable. And I was super excited. As soon as I started reading the card effects of the cards, I was like, yeah, I have to make a video about this. Because I'm gonna pick up Abyss Actors. This deck is fun. Really, really fun. And I think that's something that most decks, in my opinion, doesn't have. And that's why I'm super excited about this deck. Because this deck seems fun. It seems really combo oriented. And it seems to have a lot of and it's a really cool artwork as well. It's really cool artwork and really combo oriented. And I love this archetype so much. But yeah, Abyss Actor Twinkle Littlestar got me excited. Her effect is really good. I like her. I'm definitely going to run 3 of her. Because she's really good. And we are going to come into her. I don't know when we're going to review her in this video. But somewhere in this video, we're going to review her as well. We're going to review all the cards that are currently released for Abyss Actors. Because currently, most cards are going to come out, I believe, this week. I believe the set where all the other Abyss Actors comes out in is actually released this week. So, yeah, but she's gonna be released in the future. I don't really know how far into the future, but a little bit into the future. But she got me excited into this archetype, so I really hope that this archetype pans out, and yeah. But I'm super excited. I'm really super excited. Right now, I want to pick them up. I want to play them. I think this archetype has a lot of potential. And most Pendulum decks, I'm not interested in. I was interested in Dynamist. I picked them up. I really like them. I am interested in Abyss Actors. I'm definitely gonna pick them up. But yeah. Let's get into this and look at the cards. And the first card we're gonna talk about is Abyss Actor Extras. This is a Dark Fiend Pendulum, level 1, Pendulum Scale 3, 100 attack, 100 defense. Really cool artwork on this card, I really like it. Think it looks really creepy and adorable. So yeah, creepy and adorable. The Pendulum effect is, if your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your Pendulum Zone. You can only use the effect of Abyss Actor Extras once per turn. I think that's a pretty good effect. If your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your Pendulum Zones. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. Its monster effect is, you can tribute this card, place 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your deck into your Pendulum Zone. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monster except Abyss Actor monsters. Nor activate pendulum effects of Abyss Actor Extras. You can only use the effect of Abyss Actor Extras once per turn. So what do I think about the first card? Really, really good. I would definitely run 3 of these, and I'm gonna tell you why. Number 1, if your opponent controls a monster, you can just special summon this card from your Pendulum Scale, which is really good. If you wanted to do that, if you had it in your Pendulum Scale, you could do that. Or you can just normal summon it, depending on, and then you can just tribute this card and place an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your deck into your Pendulum Zone. So you replace, if he was in your Pendulum Zone, you basically replace him with another one. So that's pretty good. Or if it's on your field, you can put one in your Pendulum Zone, your choice of course, because it's any Abyss Actor Pendulum monster, and they're all Pendulum monsters. So they're really, every single card in the deck is your choice. So not bad, not bad. Except of course Abyss Actor and of course you cannot special summon monster except Abyss Actor monsters, obviously, because that would be kind of busted if you could do that. And nor activate pendulum effects of Abyss Actor Extras. Well, that's pretty obvious, because if you could use the effects multiple times, this could be kinda good. Could be kind of good, I'm just saying that. So it's important that you can only use Abyss Actor extra effect once per turn in both places. So I think this card is pretty solid. I mean, just the ability to be able to summon itself from the Pendulum Scale. You can summon it from the Pendulum Scale, super good. And you can tribute it to search another Abyss Actor Pendulum monster and put it into your Pendulum Zone. Really good. I think this card is pretty damn good. And I'm really excited about this card. So, yeah, I think this card is good. So let's go to the next one. Which is Abyss Actor Funky Comedian. This card has the best name I've heard in a while. I mean, Funky Comedian. Yeah, love that name. It's a Dark Fiend Pendulum effect, level 1, Pendulum Scale 8. Attack is 300, defense is 200. Love Dart with this card, by the way. He looks really adorable. For some reason, he looks adorable. I don't know why. He looks kind of adorable. I don't know why. To be honest with you, he kind of looks ugly, but adorable. I don't know why. The Pendulum effect is once per turn, you contribute one Abyss Actor monster, then target one Abyss Actor monster you control. It gains attack equal to the original attack of the tributed monster until the end of this turn, even if the card leaves the field. Okay, I like the first Pendulum effect. It's obvious why I like it, but it's just attack gain. Basically, tribute one Abyss Actor monster, then target an Abyss Actor monster that you control, and it gains attack equal to the original attack of the tributed monster. It's pretty simple, it's attack gaining, and I do like cards that allows you to get more attack to your monsters. Like, give more attack to your... If the card gives more attack to your monsters, that's pretty good. It has the monster effect. If this card is normal or special summoned, important, you can make this card gain 300 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you currently control until the end of turn. You can target one other Abyss Actor monster you control. It gains attack equal to this card's current attack until the end of turn. This card cannot attack the turn this card cannot attack the turn this effect is activated. You can only use the effect of Abyss Actor Funky Comedian once per turn. Okay, to be honest, this is another really good card, and I think this is a staple at 3 as well. I probably think you want to run this at 3, just because 3 copies of this card means that you can get a lot of attack gain. The first effect, once per turn, you tribute one Abyss Actor monster, then you target another Abyss Actor, and it gains its original attack as attack until the end of turn. Pretty simple, pretty powerful. So if it has 1,000 attack, you tribute it, your other Abyss Actor monster will get 1,000 attack, which is really good in my opinion. And this also has a monster effect, so if it's normal or special summoned, important, really important, because a lot of Abyss monsters are gonna end up in your Pendulum, like face up in your extra deck. So if this card gets in face up in your extra deck and you Pendulum summon it, it is a special summon, so you do get the effect. So it's important that it's normal or special summoned. I think that's really good. You can make this card gain 300 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you currently control until the end of turn. So it can gain I don't know if it counts itself. I don't think so. But if it counts the 4 others, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,500 attack. If it counts itself, it's 1,800. So that's pretty good. And I don't know if it counts the Pendulum Scales. It doesn't really say. Let currently control Abyss Actor monster. Maybe it even counts the Pendulum Scales. If that's the case, it can become either 2,100 or 2,400, depending on if it do count itself as well. That's pretty good. If you can get a 2,400 to 2,100 monster, yeah, this card can become really big. And that's not at all, because you can target one other Abyss Actor monster you control. It gains attack equal to this card's current attack until the end of turn. And of course, this card cannot attack if you use that effect. But that doesn't really matter, because if this card gets like 2,100 attack and you have a monster with 1,500 attack on the field, it's going to be 3,600 attack. That's a lot of attack points for one monster. So I feel like this card, I'm definitely going to run 3 of this one, just because it's an attack gainer. It gives you attack, which is super important in this deck. And of course, this card cannot attack the turn it uses this effect. Doesn't really matter. It helps you to get over powerful stuff. Like, for example, Cosmo Dark Destroyer, for example. You can basically get over it. Yeah. You can just let this card gain 2100 attack or 2400 depending on if it counts itself or not. And you can give that to another monster and it's gonna become 36 or 3900 attack. That's pretty damn solid in my opinion. But yeah, I like this card. This card, Abyss Actor Funky Comedian. He's definitely the comedian of the group and really hilarious. Funny effect, really powerful effect. Love it. Let's go to the next one. Which is Abyss Actor Dandy Supporting Actor. This card looks really, really funny to me. He looks like the Monopoly Man with a trumpet. That's pretty sweet. I love that. He's a Dark Fiend Pendulum Effect, level 2, Pendulum Scale 8, 700 attack, 700 defense. So the stats is not the worst, but not the best. The Pendulum Effect is when your Pendulum summon a monsters, so either monster or monsters, you can add 1 face-up level 1 or 8 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. Okay, that's pretty good. And the second effect is the monster effect. If you have 2 Abyss Actor cards in your Pendulum Zone, you can tribute this card, special summon 1 level 1 or 8 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster that is either in your hand or face up in your extra deck. You can only use the effect of Abyss Actor, Dandy Supporting Actor once per turn. So what do I think about this card? Well, the Monopoly Man is pretty good. I don't know how many copies I would run of this card though. I only know 3 monsters that works with this card, and the 3 monsters are, of course, Abyss Actor Evil Heel, Abyss Actor Extras, and Abyss Actor Funky Comedian. So those are the ones that I know that works with this card, because remember, it says basically you can add 1 face up level 1 or 8 Abyss Actor monster from your Pendulum, from your extra deck. So it doesn't say anything in between. I don't think you can add a Pendulum Scale 2 or a Pendulum Scale 9 or some, for example. Like a Pendulum Scale 2 or a Pendulum Scale 9, you could probably not add them, because it says when you Pendulum Summon a monsters, you can add 1 face up level 1 or 8 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. So it probably only works with Abyss Actor Evil Heel, and Abyss Actor Extras, and Abyss Actor Funky Comedian. So those are probably the only cards it works with, so it's not that many cards, but of course Evil Heel has 3000 attack, so that's pretty sweet. And of course Funky Comedian is the attack gainer, and of course Abyss Actor Extras is pretty sweet as well. I feel like this is a 2 of, for that reason. I mean, it has the monster effect that if you control 2 Abyss Actor cards in your Pendulum Zone, or Pendulum Zones, you can tribute this card and special summon 1 level 8 or 1 level... You can special summon 1 level 1 or 8 Abyss Actor Pendulum monster either from your hand or face up in your X deck to your side of the field. So that's really good if you want to get Funky Comedian to your field, because Funky Comedian will get his effect, because he will be special summoned. So he will gain his effect just like before and just give his attack point to some other monster, which is pretty cool. Or you could go for Evil Heel and just get the 3000 beater, which is pretty sweet as well. I do think this has a lot of synergy. Like the Monopoly Man has a lot of synergy in this deck, but I would probably only run 2 because it says 1 face up level 1 or 8. I don't think that counts Pendulum Scales 2 or Pendulum Scales 9. So Pendulum Scales is probably only going to be 1 or 8, and if it doesn't have that, you cannot search that or get that to your side of the field, if you know what I'm saying. So I think this card has a lot of potential, and I think it's definitely a 2 of. But please tell me what you think about this card, and let's go to the next one, which is Abyss Actor Sassy Rookie. This is an amazing card. I love the artwork on this card. He looks really cool for some reason. He has an eye on his knee. I don't think you want an eye on your knee. That will probably be kind of painful. It's a Dark Fiend Pendulum effect, level 4, Pendulum Scale 2, 1700 attack, 1000 defense. The Pendulum effect is, if an Abyss Actor monster or monsters you control will be destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can destroy this card instead. So protection for your Abyss Actor monsters. That's the Pendulum effect. The monster effect is the first time this card will be destroyed by battle or card effect each turn, it is not destroyed. so that's pretty good. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in its owner's monster zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Abyss Actor monster from your deck. Okay, so searching. You can accept Abyss Actor Sassy Rookie, of course. If this card in your Pendulum Zone is destroyed, you can target one level 4 or lower monster in your opponent controls and destroy it. So what do I think about this card? Well, the first effect, Pendulum Effect. The first Pendulum Effect is pretty good. I mean, if an Abyss Actor monster or monsters you control will be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can just destroy this card instead. So instant protection. Like that a lot. The monster effect is pretty good as well, because the first time this card will be destroyed by battle or by card effect each turn, it's not destroyed. So it can survive one spell card and trap card and of course battle. Or a monster effect for that reason. It can survive anything once and then it can be destroyed. So as long as this card can survive anything once, pretty awesome. If this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in your owner's monster zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Abyss Actor monster from your deck. So you can basically special summon any Abyss Actor except Sassy Rookie, of course, because if you could special summon this card, that could be kinda good. That would be a little bit too good. But you can search any level 4 or lower Abyss Actor monster from your deck except Abyss Actor Sassy Rookie. And if this card in your Pendulum Zone is destroyed, you can target one level 4 or lower a monster your opponent controls and destroy it. I think that's probably the worst part of the effect, because if this card in the Pendulum Zone is destroyed, you can target one level 4 or lower monster your opponent controls, destroy it. It's so specific. So basically, if they have an Xyz monster or a high level Synchro monster, you cannot destroy them. So basically it has to be level 4 or lower. Which is a little bit too specific to me, because, you know, like, how often is your opponent gonna have a level 4 or lower monster that you can destroy with this effect? I don't know, like, yeah, I know that the card, of course, you can destroy this card instead. So when your opponent has a card effect that would destroy monsters on your side of the field, you can destroy this card instead, and you can probably gain the effect of destroying a level 4 or lower monster your opponent controls, but he has to control a level 4 or lower monster for you to do that. So, I don't know how good this effect will be, but the good effect of this card is, of course, its first Pendulum Effect, where you can basically destroy this card and protect your monsters. That's pretty good for a Pendulum Effect. Like, just destroy this card, protect your monsters from battle and card effect. That's pretty sweet. So it has a protection effect. I like that a lot. The second effect, of course, is pretty good as well. That it can survive one battle or one card effect. So if your opponent activates Raigeki, this card will not be destroyed. And if they attack into it, it will not be destroyed. But if they attack into it and then use Raigeki, they will destroy the card. So that's pretty sweet. And if the card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, as long as this card is in your monster zone with the card effect, you can search a level 4 or lower Abyss Actor monster from your deck, which is pretty cool, because we have a lot of Abyss Actor level 4 monsters. You can not search Sassy Rookie himself, but you can search Wild Hope, you can search Leading Lady, and you can search Twinkle Little Star. So 3 targets for one thing. So I think this card is potential. I think this card has a lot of potential. So I think this card is pretty good. I'm definitely gonna run maybe 3 copies. I'm gonna start with 3 copies and see how I'm gonna work it down. But definitely 3 copies of this card. I think this card is definitely good. It has a lot of protection for itself and for other cards, and that's what I like about this card. But please tell me what you think about this card, and let's go to the next one. Next card we're gonna talk about is Abyss Actor Wild Hope. This card has amazing artwork. I love it. He looks like he's a cowboy, so I like that. I really like the design of him. He looks really cool. Wild Hope, amazing artwork. It's a Dark Fiend Pendulum, level 4, Pendulum Scale 2, attack 1600, defense 1200. So attack and defense and stats is pretty good. The Pendulum effect is, once per turn, you can target one Abyss Actor card in your other Pendulum Zone. Its Pendulum Scale becomes 9 until the end of turn. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Abyss Actor monsters, even if this card leaves the field. So the pendulum effect is pretty simple. You target another Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your other Pendulum zone. It becomes a 9. You cannot special summon any other monsters except Abyss Actor monsters. Even if this card leaves the field, the effect stays. So the Pendulum Scale effect is not the best. I'm gonna be honest, it kinda is mediocre. I would say it's useful sometimes, but not all the time. There are only sometimes that effect is gonna be useful. So yeah, not the best, not the worst. The monster effect is, once per turn, you can make this card gain 100 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you currently control, with different names, until the end of turn. If this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can add one Abyss Actor card from your deck to your hand, except Abyss Actor Wild Hope. You can only use the effect of Abyss Actor Wild Hope once per turn. So, what do I think about this card? Well, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not in love with it. Definitely not in love with it. And the reason why, it's pretty simple. The Pendulum Scale effect is okay. It only has uses sometimes. Because, like it says, you can only use it once per turn, and you can only target another Abyss Actor card in your other Pendulum zone, and you can make it a Pendulum Scale 9. Which is going to be useful sometimes, not all the time. It's not going to be useful every single time. It's going to be useful in certain scenarios. So not all the time, sometimes. And then of course you can only special summon for the rest of the turn Abyss Actor monsters, even if this card leaves the field. So even if this card leaves the field, the only thing you can special summon the only thing you can special summon for the rest of the turn is Abyss Actor monsters. So that definitely hurts the pendulum effect. The monster effect is pretty good. I mean, it can gain 100 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you control with different names. The only problem is it has to have different names. So if you have two with the same name, it only gets 100 attack. So it's not maybe the best, but not the worst. It can definitely get 17 to 18 to 1900. I feel like that's something you can get pretty easy with this. So you can get a 1900, maybe even 2000 beater if you're lucky. So not the worst effect. And if this card is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can add an Abyss Actor card from your deck to your hand. That's probably the best part of the effect. That you can add Abyss Actor card from your deck to your hand, except Abyss Actor Wild Hope, of course. And you can only use the effect of Abyss Actor Wild Hope once per turn. But I gotta be honest, I kinda like Sassy Rookie better. I mean, Sassy Rookie says you can add a level 4 or lower Abyss Actor monster from your deck, except Abyss Actor Sassy Rookie. This card has the same effect. You can search any Abyss Actor monster though, but I don't know how many you wanna run of this card. I mean, the pendulum effect has usefulness sometimes. Making a pendulum scale become 9 is useful sometimes. It has the effect of gaining 100 attack, which is going to be relevant sometimes if you have a lot of different Abyss Actor monsters you currently control. This card is going to get a lot of attack, so that's pretty sweet. And if this card is destroyed by battle by card effect, you can add one Abyss Actor card from your deck to your hand. So it doesn't come to the field. Sassy Rookie special summons a level 4 or lower Abyss Actor monster from your deck. This only adds to your hand. So I don't really know if I would run this card. Maybe 1, maybe 2 copies. I don't think 3. But please tell me what you think about this card, and let's go to the next one. Which is Abyss Actor Leading Lady. I love the artwork on this card. She looks so cute and adorable. It's amazing. This artwork just looks incredible. It's a Dark Fiend Pendulum, level 4, Pendulum Skill 2, 1500 attack, 1000 defense. So stats on this card is really incredible. The Pendulum effect is, once per turn, when you take battle damage from an opponent's attacking monster, you can activate one of these effects. That opponent's monster loses attack equal to the battle damage you took, even if this card leaves the field. That's pretty good. Add one face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand with attack less than or equal to the damage you took. So you can choose between those two effects. Monster effect. Once per turn, when battle damage is inflicted, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses attack equal to the battle damage. When this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in its owner's monster zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can set one Abyss script spell card directly from your deck. So I'm going to tell you why you want to run 3 copies of this card. Abyss Actor Leading Lady. You want to run 3 copies of her. The reason why, first of all, the pendulum effect is really good. Once per turn, when you take battle damage from an opponent's attacking monster, you can activate one of these effects. So say that this card, Abyss Actor Leading Lady, is on your field, and you have an Abyss Actor Leading Lady in your pendulum zone. And your opponent has a 3000 attack point monster, and he attacks into Leading Lady. You can either make that monster lose attack equal to the battle damage you took, which is 1500. So the monster will become a 1500 attack point. So it will go from 3000 to 1500. And even if this card leaves the field, that will stay. So say that your opponent destroys your Leading Lady in the pendulum zone. Even if that card leaves the field, you will still only have 1500 attack. And I like that. I do like that the lowering of your opponent's monster's attack is staying even if the card leaves the field. Because if your opponent could just destroy the card in the pendulum zone and get back the attack, it wouldn't be as good. But because that opponent's monster loses attack equal to the battle damage you took, even if this card leaves the field, that's what makes this card really good in my opinion. Because it will lose 1500 attack no matter what. So that's pretty cool in my opinion, that it will lose those 1500 no matter if this card leaves the field or not. But the second effect, add 1 face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand with attack less than or equal to the damage you took, is really good as well. So say that you take 1500 points of damage. You can add a Leading Lady. You can add a Twinkle Little Star. You can add, for example, Abyss Actor Extras. You can add Funky Comedian. You can add, Dandy Supporting Actor. You can add so many cards for 1500 points. So if you lose 1500 points, you can add any of those if you have them face up in your extra deck. So as long as you have one of those face up in your extra deck, you can add one of those to your hand if you take 1500 points of damage. So that's pretty sweet. So I do like the pendulum effect. It's two really good effects in my opinion. I really like them both. I really do. I mean, it has the whole ability of gaining a monster from face up from your extra deck. You either gain that or your opponent's monster lose attack equal to the damage you took. So no matter what, this effect is relevant in my opinion. So I like it. I like it a lot. But its monster effect is really good. Once per turn, when battle damage is inflicted. So even if your opponent or you do it, because it doesn't say your opponent inflicts battle damage or you inflicts battle damage. No. It says when battle damage is inflicted. So even if your opponent inflicts battle damage, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and it loses attack equal to that battle damage. So either if you do battle damage to your opponent, so basically if you do battle damage to your opponent, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls and it loses attack equal to the battle damage. If your opponent does it, the same thing happens. The monster, 1 face-up monster will lose the attack, the lose attack equal to the damage. So no matter what happens, they will lose attack. I love that. That you can do that. When this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in its owner's monster zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can set 1 Abyss script spell card directly from your deck. This is actually pretty good because Abyss script cards are amazing, and I'm gonna go into them later in this video. So yeah, you're gonna see why setting 1 Abyss script spell card directly from your deck to your side of the field is good. That's really, really good. So I do like that this card has effect. Basically, as long as you inflict battle damage or your opponent inflicts battle damage, this card has effects that you can activate to correspond with that. And if this card on your side of the field in your monster zone is destroyed, you can basically just set an Abyss script spell or trap or a spell card from your deck to your side of the field, which is pretty cool. It's only spell cards though, which is kind of sad, but still, that's pretty sweet. But please tell me what you think about this card, and let's go to the next one. which is the card that actually got me interested in building Abyss Actors, which is Abyss Actor Twinkle Little Star. I love the name, best name ever. I'm just gonna say it, my favorite name of all the Abyss Actors. She looks adorable as well, like the art from this card is really cute and adorable. She's a Dark Fiend Pendulum, level 4, Pendulum skill 9, 1000 attack, 1000 defense. And her pendulum effect is, you cannot pendulum summon monsters except Abyss Actor monsters. This effect cannot be negated. Okay. Once per turn, you can target one Abyss Actor monster you control. This turn, it can make a second and third attack on monsters during each battle phase. Also, other monsters you control cannot attack. This is pretty cool. I love this effect actually. The monster effect is, cannot be destroyed by battle during your turn. This card can make a second and third attack on monsters during each battle phase. So let me tell you why I like Twinkle Little Star and why she was the card that got me interested in building this. Well, first of all, her pendulum effect. That you cannot pendulum summon monsters except Abyss Actor monsters doesn't really matter to me, because you're probably only gonna run Abyss Actor monsters anyway, so it's not a really big deal. So that is not a big deal to me. But the once per turn you can target one Abyss Actor monster you control. This turn it can make a second and third attack on monsters during each battle phase. Also, other monsters you control cannot attack. I love that. That you can just target one Abyss Actor monster, and it can make a second and third attack during each battle phase. Other monsters you control cannot attack, but that doesn't really matter, because if you pick a strong monster, like say that you have Funky Comedian and you buff a monster up in attack points, and you attack 3 times with that, that's just insane, in my opinion. Or you can use the monster effect of this card, cannot be destroyed by battle during your turn, which is relevant because if this card cannot be destroyed by battle during your turn, it's pretty sweet. This card can make a second and third attack on monsters during each battle phase. So basically you can buff this up with Funky Comedian during your turn. Say that you get 2100 attack with Funky Comedian or something like that, and you then gain 1000 extra, that's 3100 attack. That's not bad, and you can attack 3 times. That's not necessarily the worst either. I think that this card, why I like this card so much is because of the pendulum ability, where you can target an Abyss Actor monster you control, and in this turn it can make a second and third attack on monsters during each battle phase. I think that's what I like about this card. I think that the ability, when this card is on your field, it cannot be destroyed by battle during your turn. And this card can make a second and third attack on monsters during each battle phase. So it basically has the same effect as it gives to other Abyss Actor monsters, which I like about this card a lot. And of course, it's a Pendulum Scale 9, that's even more benefits. I think this card has a lot of potential just for combo playing your opponent, and I feel like this card is really powerful. Making 3 attacks is not bad. This card is incredible. I love this card. I think this card is insane. I'm gonna run 3 copies of this card because I think this card can make some really, really powerful plays. But please tell me what you think about this card, and let's go to the next one. And the next card is Abyss Actor Superstar. This card's artwork is amazing. I love it. It looks really cool, really badass. It's a Dark Fiend Pendulum, level 7, Pendulum Skill 3, 2500 attack, 1800 defense. And the Pendulum Scale effect is, once per turn you contribute 1 Abyss Actor monster, then target 1 Abyss Script spell card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Okay? Monster effect. When normal or special summoned, your opponent's spell, trap card, and effects cannot be activated. Once per turn, you can set 1 Abyss Script spell card directly from your deck, but it is sent to the graveyard during the end phase. So what do I like about this card? Well, first of all, it's 2500 and it's a level 7, so it's very, very good in Abyss Actors. But its pendulum effect that once per turn you can tribute 1 Abyss Actor monster, then target 1 Abyss Script spell card in your graveyard and add to your hand. That's pretty good. I would say that's a pretty good effect, because you tribute one Abyss Actor monster, then you target one Abyss script spell card in your graveyard and add to your hand. So you get back Abyss scripts you already used. So say that you used a good one and you want to use it again. Well, thanks to this card, you can basically just tribute an Abyss Actor and add it back to your hand. Pretty simple. Love it. And when this card is normal or special summoned, your opponent's spells and traps... when normal or special summoned, your opponent's spell, traps, and effects cannot be activated. I love that. When this is normal or special summoned, your opponent cannot activate spell, traps, or effects. That's pretty good that they can't activate that. And once per turn, you can set one Abyss script spell card directly from your deck, but it's sent to the graveyard during the end phase. I kind of like that as well, because you can set one Abyss script spell card directly from your deck, and then you can activate it, of course, because during the end phase it will go to the graveyard. So you will activate it because why not? I mean, you rather activate it instead of it going to the graveyard and not doing anything at all. I think that this card is really good. This is a card I definitely want to try out as well, to see how many copies I want to run of. You probably want to run maybe 2-3 copies of this, I think, because this has a lot of synergy with the Abyss script cards, which I do enjoy. I do like its Pendulum effect a little bit more, because the Pendulum effect is just tribute one Abyss Actor monster, and then you can target one Abyss script in your graveyard and add to your hand. That's probably the best effect. But I also like the when you can normal and special summon, discard your opponent's spell, trap cards, and effects cannot be activated. I love that, because, you know, normal and special summon, your opponent can do anything with their effects. Pretty good. And once per turn, you can set one Abyss script from your deck directly to your side of the field, but it's sent to the graveyard during the end phase, so you will activate it during this turn. I think this card has a lot of potential and a lot of power plays. But please tell me what you think, and let's go to the next one, which is Abyss Actor Evil Heal. This is a Dark Fiend Pendulum, level 8, Pendulum Scale 1, 3000 attack, 2000 defense. Amazing artwork as always. Let's go into its effect. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can tribute one Abyss Actor monster, then target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses attack equal to the original attack of the tributed monster until the end of this turn, even if this card leaves the field. That's pretty good. Monster effect. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 1000 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you currently control until the end of this turn. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one Abyss script spell card in your graveyard and set that card. So let me tell you why this card is a 3 of in your deck. Pretty obvious. The Pendulum effect is really good. Once per turn, you can tribute one Abyss Actor monster. Then you target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and it loses attack equal to the original attack of the tributed monster until the end of turn, even if this card leaves the field. That's really, really good in my opinion. So really good Pendulum effect. But I really think the monster effect is even better. If this card is normal or special summoned, so even if it's normal or special summoned, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 1000 attack for each Abyss Actor monster you currently control. That's insane, until the end of turn, of course. And when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one Abyss script spell card in your graveyard and set it to your side of the field. I have nothing to say about this card. It's pretty solid and definitely a 3 of. I mean, why not? It has a pendulum scale of 1, and it has really good effects all over the board. I think even the attack points of this card, 3000, is really, really good. So yeah, definitely a really amazing card. But please tell me what you think. And now we're gonna go into the Abyss script cards. And the first Abyss script card we're gonna talk about is Abyss Script Fire Dragon's Lair. This card has amazing artwork, really incredible artwork. It's a spell card with the effect: target one Abyss Actor monster you control. If it destroys your opponent's monster by battle this turn, your opponent banishes 3 monsters from their extra deck, their choice. If this set card is in its owner's control, it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, You can look at your opponent's extra deck, also banish one monster from their extra deck. You can only use the effect of Abyss, Script, Fire, Dragon's Lair once per turn. This card is incredible. First of all, the first effect, target one Abyss actor monster you control. If it destroys your opponent's monster by battle this turn, you banish three monsters from their extra deck, their choice. If you combine this with Twinkle Little Stars effect, that makes one of your monster being able to attack 3 times. If you can destroy 3 monsters your opponent controls, they're gonna have to banish 9 cards from their extra deck. They get to choose which ones, but they still have to banish 9 cards. That's why I think Twinkle Little Star has a lot of combo potential with this card specifically. And I think that this is a really, really cool card. I definitely want to build this deck just because I want to see if I can make this work. Just making your opponent banishing 9 cards from their extra deck. If you look at their extra deck, they're going to have 15 cards there. They're only going to have 6 cards left after that. That's insane. If you get this through, I mean, it's insane. And if your opponent destroys this by a card effect, and you have a face-up Abyss actor in your Pendulum Zone, you can look at your opponent's extra deck and banish 1 card. That's also pretty damn good. So even if your opponent destroys this card when it's face down, you get the choice to basically look at your opponent's extra deck and banish 1 card. If you activate this card, and you activate the effect of Abyss actor Twinkle Little Star, and you pick the same monster with both effects, you can banish maybe up to 9 cards from your opponent's extra deck. If your attack goes through those times, you destroy monsters. So basically, destroy 3 monsters, banish 9 cards. Really incredible card. I love this card. Yeah, I think this card is probably one of my favorite Abyss script cards. But let's go to the next one. And the next Abyss script card is Abyss Script Fantasy Magic. I love the artwork on this card, it looks really incredible. It's a spell card normal as always. Target 1 Abyss actor monster you control. This turn, every monster that battles it but is not destroyed returns to the hand at the end of the damage step. If this set card is in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, and you have a face-up Abyss actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, place it on the top of their deck. So I'm gonna tell you why this card is really good as well. First of all, once again, Twinkle Little Star. I'm gonna go to her and I'm gonna read what she does. Basically, Twinkle Little Star says, cannot be destroyed by battle during your turn. Okay? Let's go to Abyss Script Fantasy Magic that says, target 1 Abyss actor monster you control. This turn, every monster that battles it but is not destroyed returns to the hand at the end of the damage step. You can combine this with Twinkle Little Star. Twinkle Little Star can attack into monsters, and you can basically return them to your opponent's hand during the end of the damage step. You just return them to your hand. I think it works with Xyz monsters and Synchro monsters as well, but they return to the extra deck. I feel like that's how it works. So I think that that's pretty sweet. Just the combined power to, you can give this to Twinkle Little Star. It's really good. Like, Twinkle Little Star becomes more powerful thanks to this card. And I really, really love this card. And of course, if you have a face-up Abyss actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, and this card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can target 1 card your opponent controls and place it on the top of their deck. It works with everything, Xyz monsters, Synchro monsters, anything. Just like the first effect, works with everything. Monsters, Xyz monsters, Synchros, everything will go back when the effect is resolved. And I do like the first effect the most, just because you can target Abyss actor Twinkle Little Star, and then you can basically just attack into high attack monsters and return them to the hand or to the extra deck at the end of the damage step. I love that. I think this card is really, really, really good, and probably one of my favorites. But please tell me what you think about this one, and let's go to the next one, which is Abyss Script Opening Ceremony. This card's artwork is really incredible as well. I love the artwork on this card. It's a spell card normal. Gain 500 life points for each Abyss actor monster you control. If this set card is in its owner's control, it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect. and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. You can only use each effect of Abyss Script Opening Ceremony once per turn. This card is really insane as well for me, because the first effect, if you activate this card, you gain 500 life points for each Abyss Actor monster you control. That can be, you can actually get a lot of life points doing that. Like, you can easily get 2,000 life points doing that. So I'm just saying, easily get 2,000. So I don't see a problem with that. I only see possibilities with that. And if this set card is destroyed by a card effect and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. There are reasons why you can only activate one of each of the effects of Abyss Script once per turn. This reason why you can only activate this card once per turn, it's insane. This card is really crazy. I'm definitely going to run 3 copies of this card just because that you can gain 500 life points so easily without any big cost, really. There's no cost behind it. You just gain 500 life points, no questions asked. That's pretty simple. And you can get 2,000 life points really easy with this card. And if you don't want life points, you can basically just put it face down. Your opponent MST or something. You just put an MST or something, destroys this card, and then you draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. So draw power and life point gain never going to be bad. This card is amazing. Love it. Let's go to the next one, which is Abyss Script Rise of the Abyss King. Love the name, by the way. Love the name. Really incredible artwork as well. It's a spell card normal as always. Target face-up cards on the field up to the number of attack position Abyss Actor monsters with different names you control. Destroy them. If you control a level 7 or higher Abyss Actor monster, your opponent cannot activate cards or effect in response to this card's activation. Oh my god. If this set card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can add up to 2 Abyss Actor cards or Abyss Script spell cards with different names from your deck to your hand. I have nothing to say. Like, literally, this is good. Oh my god. Basically, you can target face-up cards on your field up to the number of attack position Abyss Actor monster with different names you control. Okay. And you destroy them. If you control a level 7 or higher Abyss Actor monster, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. And you can still battle afterwards. So even if you destroy all your opponent's monsters or cards, or all your opponent's monsters or anything, you can still attack. And if you have a level 7 or higher Abyss Actor monster, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. That's good. And if your opponent destroys this card while it's set, if this set card is controlled, it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, and you have an Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck face up, you can add 2 Abyss Actor or Abyss Script spell cards with different names from your deck to your hand. So basically, you have draw power and a really powerful nuke ability. So this card I have nothing to say about. It's kind of like wow, really? The Abyss Script cards are really good. I mean, this far every single Abyss Script card has been really good and really powerful. And I think this is a really powerful one because, you know, you just target face-up cards on the field up to a number of attack position Abyss Actor monsters you control with different names. And then if you have a level 7 or higher one, they can't activate and respond to this card's activation, which is even more broken in my opinion. And if that was not enough, if your opponent destroys this card while it's face down, and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can add 2 Abyss Actor cards or 2 Abyss Script spell cards with different names from your deck to your hand. That's really good. I love this card. Definitely a card I would consider running maybe even 3 of. Once again, you want to run 3 of this card as well, I feel like. I feel like this card has a lot of power. But please tell me what you think, and let's go to the next one. Which is the last spell card, Abyss Prop Wild Wagon. Love the name, Abyss Prop Wild Wagon. Pretty good name. It's a spell card, continuous, with amazing artwork. The first time each Abyss actor or monster you control would be destroyed by battle each turn, it is not destroyed. Oh, that's pretty good. Once per turn, you can target one Abyss actor or monster you control. Your opponent cannot target it with card effects until the end of their turn, even if this card leaves the field. Oh, that's pretty sweet. If this set card in its owner's control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and you have a face-up Abyss actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can return all cards your opponent controls to their hand. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, Abyss Prop Wild Wagon is amazing. First of all, the first time each Abyss actor monster you control would be destroyed by battle each turn, it's not destroyed. So basically, immortality once per turn for each Abyss actor monster. Pretty sweet. The second effect is you can target one Abyss actor monster you control. Your opponent cannot target it with card effects until the end of their turn, even if this card leaves the field. So you target one Abyss actor monster, you cannot target it with card effects, and that lasts even if this card leaves the field. So if you destroy this card, that effect is still going to be active. So no matter what, I'm gonna get the effect. As soon as I target one Abyss actor monster I control, that monster will be unaffected by card effects until the end of until your opponent's turn. That's pretty sweet. Until the end of their turn. That's pretty sweet. Even if this card leaves the field. So, no matter if this card is on the field or leaves the field, the effect will still stay. And I love it because you can target one Abyss actor monster you control. Your opponent cannot target it with card effects until the end of their turn. I mean, how good isn't that on a scale 1 to 10? And of course, if this set card is destroyed by an opponent's card effect and you have a face-up Abyss actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, return all cards your opponent controls to their hand. I don't really know how to respond to that. Isn't that the most broken thing ever? I mean, just return all cards your opponent controls to their hand. I mean, that's just insane. I mean, return all cards your opponent controls to your hand. Like, that's so much. What if you MST this card? I mean, you don't want to blind MST this deck. I can promise you that. You do not want to blind MST this deck. I mean, you do yourself a very big disservice if you do that. I mean, yeah, this effect is really good. Oh my god, it's really good. I love this card. This card gives protection to my Abyss actors. So that's what it does. It gives protection to my Abyss actors, and it has a really powerful effect that returns all cards my opponent controls to their hand if this card is destroyed while it's set by an opponent's card effect. So I really like this card a lot. I think this card has a lot of potential. But please tell me what you think about this card, and let's go to the only trap card in the Archetype. And the last card, and the only trap card in the Archetype, is Abyss Actors Backstage. This card has amazing artwork. I really think it's hilarious and pretty fitting for the Archetype, to be honest with you. Fits the Archetype pretty well. Artwork is amazing. It's a trap card, normal. This card has the effect. If you have 2 Abyss Actor cards in your Pendulum Zones, add 2 Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters with different names from your deck to your extra deck face up. You can only activate 1 Abyss Actors Backstage once per turn. I think this is a 2 of in the deck. I mean, this is a pretty good card. I mean, it's not the worst card. I definitely think this card has potential. Maybe a 2 of, 1 of. I don't know if this is a 3 of. I don't personally think so. I will probably run maybe 2 copies to 1 copy of this card. I don't really know just yet. I would have to play around with the deck to see how it works, to see how many copies I want to run of this card. But like I said, maybe a 1 of or a 2 of. I don't think a 3 of. It's a pretty good card though. I mean, just the effect of, as long as you have 2 Abyss Actors in your Pendulum Zones, you can add 2 Abyss Actors and put them face up in your extra deck. That's pretty good and pretty simple. So what do I think about this Archetype so far? like the archetype of this archetype is incredible. I mean, I have nothing to say about it. I got super excited when Twinkle Little Star was announced. Like, she was the card that made me want to look into this archetype. It might sound strange, but this is actually how I really got to see this archetype and how I actually got to see how it works and all that. And I think this archetype is incredible. I mean, the Abyss scripts are amazing. I mean, not a single one of them is bad. Like, every single Abyss script card is really good. And even the Abyssal prop Wild Wagon is really good. And even the trap card is not bad. I mean, the trap card has workability, maybe one or two of. And most monsters in this archetype is really good. I mean, it's going to be hard because you probably want to run a balance. You want to balance the deck. So I don't really know how many copies of each card you want to run. Like, it's really hard to know for sure. I just have ideas in my head right now, like how I want to run the deck. But I want to build this. I want to build this archetype so bad. I mean, it's a crazy good archetype. And I can only say one thing. This is really, really incredible cards. Like, just the Abyssal script. Like, the Abyss scripts are amazing. Every single one of them. And the monsters have really good effects and they work really well together. So I think this archetype has a lot of potential. This archetype has more potential than most archetypes. And I think this is something you have to pick up now, because this might be an expensive archetype in the future if you are unlucky, of course. Because I think this archetype might be good. I mean, they have so much powerful cards, like so many powerful cards in their disposal. Like, just Fire Dragon's Lair, and then you have, of course, Fantasy Magic, and then you have Opening Ceremony that's really good, and of course, Rise of the Abyss King is really good. I mean, every single card in this archetype is really good, and I think they all have potential. And I think this archetype has a lot of potential, and I'm definitely gonna pick them up because I love this. I love this deck, and I'm gonna pick it up, and I just love it. I think it's a 10 out of 10. I have nothing to say about it. I think it's a great, powerful, really well balanced archetype. But please tell me what you think in the comment section down below. And as always, comment, like, and subscribe, and see you next time.